right
Yeah,
there.
that's what I'm talking. Yeah, well, that's what I'm talking about. It's all cruddy and
I
green from the
cannot
weather.
tell at all. It looks like pure white.
Oh, does it?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So, well, alrighty. Hey, mom.
Hi.
Hey, family. We would like to welcome you guys to the first official episode of Bonding with Mater and Sater.
I am Mater. I am James's mother,
And I'm
Brooklyn Potts.
James Eaton, aka Sater. Almost said Brooklyn Potts too.
Mm,
So yeah, this is the the first official one. We've been doing this for a while. We started back in July,
yes.
and you had the idea to do this. I think we talked in May, and we was on the
Mm-hmm.
phone because for a while I've been wanting to do a podcast, but I just really couldn't find someone to do it with. And then we was on the phone, and you was like, "Well, James, why don't me and you do a podcast?" And I'm like, "Do a podcast with my mom." But then immediately after I thought that, I was like, "Hmm, do a podcast with my mom.
Yeah, why
Yeah,
not?
why not? Yeah, you're easy to talk to. We'll talk to for hours about stuff anyway, just on a weekly basis. So might as well turn it into a podcast.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? So
So, yeah, so I mean, I thought it was a great idea because I knew that that was something that you had been trying to do,
hmm
and you kind of had started it or started one, but you wasn't really all that thrilled with it.
hmm
Um, so just to keep your dream alive, I just kind of thought, well, heck, it's just us talking, and we talk all the time, so yeah.
yeah, yep. So that's how it came about, and bonding with Mater and Seder was born. So here we are. But I guess just to maybe introduce yourself, like just give like a brief introduction to like who you are or your journey or what's going on.
Oh God, how long do we have to?
I mean, you try to get a little brief summary. You know what I mean?
So a brief summary. So yep, my name is Brooklyn Potts. I am originally from Mobile, Alabama. Yes, I said Alabama and not Alabama.
Oh,
Like most people, yeah, most people, when they hear you from the South, they put that Southern, twang to it,
mm,
which I still have. I still got a lot of Southern twang, to me, especially if I get upset or when I'm nervous. So yeah, it shows. um, but I was born in, Cincinnati, Ohio. Um, so now I'm in New Jersey. I've been here for almost 30 years. Almost 30 years. Yeah. Um, so really New Jersey is my home. I've been here basically longer than I've, lived any place else.
mm,
And which is where um, first started, like, my family when I was single, or after I got married, I should say, I moved to New Jersey. So yeah. it's-
great.
should I tell them any more? Or?
I think we
I
can
mean, I
leave
got
it
a
at
lot to
that.
say.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I think we can leave it at that.
Hmm.
A brief summary about me. It's weird because it's like we've done like prior episodes, but this is the first one that people are going to see.
Hmm.
So but yeah, brief summary about me. My name is James Eaton, like I said, aka Sater. I'm originally from Jersey. I lived there all my life, but much like my mom, it's interesting too. I was thinking about this the other day that we both moved away from home permanently in our early 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean, just around the same time. So much like my mom, I left home from Jersey back at the end of 2017, a month before I turned 23, and I've been out here in California for over 3 years now. I currently live in Hawthorne. I'm doing security, and yeah, I have always had a like a background and an interest in entertainment, anything entertainment, whether it was making comic books or in high school I used to act in films, or in college I worked at a radio station. Just anything involving entertainment, I always had a creative side to me. So you know, doing this podcast was right up my alley, and I'm really glad my mom had the idea to, bring us together to, to do this, because I really think that we are offering something unique and something that's rarely seen and never been done before. That's why we call ourselves the first Black mother and son podcast. So uh,
Yes.
I'm very excited to what's to come and what I learn and figure out along the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep. So,
Yeah.
oh wow, I forgot to throw this little throwback picture of us.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you can see, I kind of almost got the same shirt. Like it's a striped green shirt
Oh.
on. Yeah, you know what this is at?
Yeah. Yes.
Hmm.
That was Uptown Complex. That
Yep.
was your school. I'm not sure what that was not your first day.
No, I wasn't. I think I'm trying to
No,
figure
I
out what
think you
age I was. I think maybe because I went to Uptown for pre-K and kindergarten, and I think
that may
maybe
have been
this
kindergarten.
may be kindergarten. So I had to been like 5 or something. Yeah, because
Yeah, I
I
think
was
about
looking at
5.
yeah, I was looking at another picture and I looked a little bit older. So I was like, I was probably like 5 in that picture.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's
So
it.
no, that's not it. That's all. So James is a very, very smart. Um, oh my God, he just such a bright child. It's hard to call him a child because it's been so long ago, but really not really long ago. In a mother's eyes, their children are going to always be. You're going to always be my baby, James. So you and your sisters,
Mhm.
and even your step sisters and your step brothers, you guys are just going to always be that, in my mind, that small. But I'm just thinking about how smart you were back then. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably when you did write your first little comic book,
Mhm.
things when I really early on discovered that you were a very good communicator. I thought your communication skills, even at that age, your writing skills, um, was you know more than just average.
Right.
You
Yeah.
weren't you weren't an average child.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm hope to translate that energy onto adulthood.
yeah,
I think I'm doing a okay job, but
uh,
it's good to I think this podcast has like brought me back into that space
yeah. Well,
because
you definitely are doing a great job.
yeah. So yeah, I just hope to continue it on. So I'm very pleased and happy at where this podcast is going to take us and our potential. So I'm pretty excited. But
Yeah,
speaking on our relationship and getting the introduction out the way and just the fact that we're even able to do this, that it just speaks, it's a testament to how well you raised me and just the respect that I have for you personally. But it just seems that, yeah, I know it's sweet, right? it's
thank you.
but sadly though, it seems that not everyone has that, or maybe it seems that people have that with their children and their parents, but not everyone has that. So it's something to be highlighted and appreciated. But uh this week or last week, it was quite some time ago. Kirk Franklin was in some hot water because he has a strange relationship with his son, and they had a heated argument that was recorded, and his son put it out, to the internet, and everyone just had a field day with it. Did you hear it?
I did not. You were supposed to send me the link, and you didn't.
I did. I sent it to you on Instagram, but I guess
Well, you know what? I never checked my Instagram. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah, it's all right. It's all right. But
But just tell me about it. What
he
happened?
oh man, we're gonna I'm not gonna curse. See, that's another thing too about the whole respect thing. I'm not gonna curse in front of my mom, but he said some things. Called his son a BAN.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
BAN. I'm gonna stomp your neck and threaten
I'm.
him. Yeah, it was pretty graphic. But I think
Mm,
without knowing too much about the situation, it seems as though that he's estranged from his son, and for whatever reason, we don't know if what his son has done in the past or what that relationship was like. Because there's always someone in the family that's kind of just a bit troubled or a troublemaker or not really in the best graces of with the family. So he recorded that part of the conversation or the argument. So we don't know if how he was provoked or whatever, but yeah, he was pretty mad. But he's since apologized, and just throughout the week it was a bunch of things on Instagram with his daughter going back with the son, and his son, just writing paragraphs about how he felt and everything. It was a
But
whole
did
mess.
it get better? I mean, with this going back and forth,
Well, that was just
or
a
did it just continue to escalate? Like,
no, that was like the recording between him and his son, like that was just it. And then Kirk Franklin put out a public apology just explaining
okay,
the situation, but it wasn't like a continuous back and forth with him and the son.
right? No, I'm
From
saying, did the son
and the
respond to
daughter.
the apology, or the daughter?
The do
Did
the
she have positive things to say, or was she in
No,
agreement with her brother?
no, the daughter was pretty much defending Kirk Franklin,
Okay.
and kind of just pointing out that, I guess the son's been just problematic from
Mm,
from the beginning. And his son was saying that he apologized to the public but didn't apologize to him personally. That's what his son said about the situation. It was a lot. It was a lot to read, but that's just what I gathered from what I've paid attention to.
okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So what's your feelings on that? I know
Whew.
everyone to an extent is a Kirk Franklin fan. Most black people grew up in church, and you've definitely heard a Kirk Franklin song. So I'm not
Mm,
like a fan of his or anything. I know who he is. I like, some of his music, but I don't like hold him to like this high regard that I guess people do, and are
mm-hmm.
like, so some people are shocked and other people are just defending him. So how
Right.
do you feel about it?
So, first and foremost, I don't know one family that does not have degrees of dysfunction.
Mhm.
And unfortunately, his dysfunction was recorded. The cursing out part, I've never ascribed to that. That just does something, to my soul, for just to witness someone being cursed at or talked to, in such a manner. It can break a child's spirit. Now, I don't know how long Kurt Franklin has been doing that to his son. I don't know the history of their relationship, and just how far it's gone. But I'm just gonna say, James, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess.
I honestly just don't know.
Okay. I get your point though, and it's hard for you to form an opinion without hearing it. But
Yeah,
it
I
was
didn't hear it.
yeah, it was basically like what you could imagine it to be. It was basically that, what I
Hmm.
mean. But without the context of how the whole argument went and what could provoke him to be that way, because Kurt Franklin holds himself as a man of God, and I'm sure he doesn't use those words on a regular basis. But who knows? But at the same time, my thing was that after seeing the or hearing the video, it was shocking. But like I said, I don't really pay too much attention to him. I don't hold him to this high regard. But um,
And we should not hold people to this high regard,
right,
because that may be his downfall, but yours is something else,
right,
that hasn't been caught on tape, or because
mhm,
you're not a public figure, whatever you got going on with you, hasn't been brought to light, so to speak.
right, exactly.
I do want to say that, I don't, this relationship that he has with his son, maybe Kirk Franklin has allowed so many things to happen, and this was just his breaking point.
Hmm.
I don't know. Because the son has to be pretty clever, or knew what buttons, I guess, to push in order to push his father to that, to that point.
Right.
Or Kirk Franklin doesn't have many buttons to push, and that son has been cursed at, all his life or whatever, and he got tired of it, and so he just said, you know what, I'm going to record this because people don't believe, this man making all these spiritual songs, and moving all these people, if they just knew, just who he was. So I'm just thankful. James, how many times have I ever?
What cursed that you never like cursed at me in the name of like in in the sense of like name calling or like sit your AF down. You know what I mean? Like none of that. It's never been that. It's been like if you ever curse, it was like to put emphasis on a point, but it's rare. And if you were to say it, I was okay. Like hear you curse is like, oh, okay. Like
She
I'm
big business.
yeah, I'm bugging. I'm doing something wrong. So let me correct myself immediately. But
Yeah.
it's rarely like I could probably count on one hand the amount of times. It's not something you do. Even my dad, he'll curse to like just be funny, but it's never in
Yeah,
a
your
de-
dad's a silly
yeah,
character.
he's a silly guy, but it's
Yeah.
never in a way to demean us or anything like that. It's just to for
And that's the
jokes.
point. That's the point, because it can be very demeaning. I mean, I've never been
Mm,
in a relationship. Yeah, I've just never, you
yeah,
know,
it's
yeah.
just it's a matter of respect.
But let's
And
be clear. It's not like I don't curse and I have never cursed.
oh yeah,
Yes, I
no.
have. You know what I
Mhm,
mean? But I think it's a time and a place for everything, either in a joking space or I'm hanging out with, friends who are, we're just being us
mhm.
with expressing yourself or whatever. Your vocabulary, I think, is much bigger than that. And, especially when it involves relationships and things like that, when you're trying to get your point across or whatever. Because there's a root to every argument. And if you don't get to whatever that root is, that whatever is going to fester and just grow.
Right, yeah. So my
Yeah.
thing about all this is that the response I've seen online is, people really been coming to the defense of Kirk Franklin. They're saying, this his son is grown, um, that you don't know what he said to provoke him. Like it's snaky to even record the conversation. So
Yeah,
he already had a
definitely.
motive in mind. But
Yes.
the part that was bothering me about the online response is that I guess there was an undertone of people making it seem like it was normal. It's normal for a parent to talk to their child that way,
No,
and that
that's
I strongly disagree with.
right.
But at the same time, even though I disagree with it, it doesn't mean that it's uncommon.
Right. That is not happening.
That it's uncommon.
Absolutely.
So I don't want something that's common to be deemed right because it is wrong. I don't think no adult should be speaking to their child that way and vice versa, especially when you're grown. I think there's kids that grow up and once they're grown, they feel like they have a license to speak to their parents any type of way, and I don't subscribe to that. I wasn't raised that way. It's true. Even I don't even see my dad cursing to his mom like to me and mom like that.
Right.
It's just something I don't. We're not a part of that. But on the other hand, I do see families partake in that.
Right.
Like it's normal. I don't think it's right. It makes me cringe when I see it, but that's people's reality. But it's a shame, and I think that the importance of doing this show is to let people see a relationship between uh, uh, a parent and their adult child. That it doesn't have to be like we're butting heads. Like we think we're on. I think I'm on the equal playing field as you, and you have to respect me now that I'm an adult and this, that, and the third. It's not even about that. It's about
Absolutely.
it's about loving each other. It's about growing. It's about yeah. It's about grow.
Absolutely.
It's above all. It's about growing because no matter what, you're still my parent. I'm still your child, but at the same time, I'm growing. I'm going to be 30. I'm going to be a parent one day. You're going to be a grandparent. You know what I mean? You're going to get up there in age. I'm going to get up there in age. We have to grow and learn together. And you share your experiences with me, and I fill you in on what's going on in the world right now, as I see it,
Absolutely.
so we can have a better understanding of each other. And I
Uh,
think that's what's lost in this generation.
right, a better understanding. And like you said, those grandchildren, it takes a village to raise, a child. And um, I would hope that each generation, the village gets stronger.
Hmm.
And, there's still hope for for the two of them. They're going to probably need some counseling, just a lot of prayer. I'm going to try to speak the positivity, over the two of them as a family, because the enemy wants to destroy families,
Hmm.
and he don't care who he uses to do it or how he, use it to do it. So, yeah.
Do you see do you see the picture? Can you see it? It's
What's that?
it's it's Kirk Franklin. And have you ever heard of the rapper Plies?
No.
So so Kirk
Pli-
Franklin
like pliers, like a pair of pliers.
I don't know why they call him Plies, but that's his name.
Oh,
Is
plies.
Flies, like flies, but with
Okay.
a P.
Right.
Yeah, they call him Plies, but he has a striking resemblance to Kirk Franklin. So
Oh God. So he's like a hardcore rapper now.
yeah,
Is that what
yeah.
they're comparing him to?
Since this tape has come out, because there's always been the joke of
Of
there's
what?
of Kirk Franklin and like you how you are at church versus how you are in real life. That's always
Right.
been a joke because they have that resemblance. But now that this clip of Kirk Franklin cussing has popped up, they said that
Hmm.
Kirk Franklin turned it applies real quick. So much prayers and love to Kirk Franklin. Like I said, the important thing is that we don't know what's going on, but we got to keep families in prayer that they work it out, and that stuff like this is less common, becomes less
Yeah.
common as we grow old, and just as we move along as a people. So
Yeah, raising up families,
mhm,
families build communities, communities builds, cities, states, just, that's what we got to do.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
So, like was said before, I always had a interest in entertainment, and now that we're talking about us moving on as a people and community, I've always been intrigued and interested in Black Hollywood and how its reemergence again, and like all the shows and movies and stuff that's coming out. So, just recently we got the Oscar nominations. Did you see that, Ma?
No,
Yeah,
didn't do
yeah.
my homework.
No, it's fine. I got it right here. That's why I was looking down. I was trying to
Yeah.
find a link. I know you watched Marini's Black Bottom and you watched
Hmm.
the Billie Holiday movie.
Yes.
So Viola Davis is nominated for an actor for an Oscar for Best Actress, and
Love
so
me some Viola Davis.
and so is
Yes.
on. Is it Audra or Andrew? Go ahead and tell me, Mom.
So Oprah, when she interviewed her,
Mm,
her the young lady's name is Cassandra, or some people pronounce it Cassandra. So it's either Andra for Sandra or Andra for Cassandra.
yeah, I'm going with Andra Day. Andra Day
Okay.
is nominated for Best Actress as well for her role as playing Billie Holiday, and Chadwick Boseman is nominated for Best Actor for playing Levy in Marini's Black Bottom. And what else we got here? If you see in the picture, you probably don't know the actors by name, but Daniel Kaluuya and Lakeith Stanfield. Those you definitely seen them before. Did you see the movie Get Out?
Yes.
So Daniel Kaluuya, um, dark
Is he
skin,
British?
he's
Is he
British.
British?
He's
Okay.
British.
Mhm.
Dark skin guy, yeah. He the lead of that movie. He played Fred Hampton in Jesus and Judas and the Black Messiah.
We just got, oh God, Comcast. Uh, so
What?
all this time I did have the HBO Max,
And they
but you
just
needed to download. Yep, it
they
just
just took
ended.
it off.
They just took it off the day we
Mhm.
got it. The following day they had just taken it off, so I missed that.
Yeah, I
I
missed
have to
that one
pay for
too.
it.
I
Mhm.
missed that one too. I think they got the theaters open again. It's not gonna be packed, but I'm probably gonna buy a ticket to see it because I really wanted to see
Oh.
it. I was going to try to watch it last night. I'm like, where is it at? And it's like, oh, they took it off. Like they literally took it off like a few days ago.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we just got the the HBO Max
Yeah, but anyway,
app. Hmm.
he's nominated for best supporting actor, and then also Lakeith Stanfield, who was also in Get Out. You remember the dude that was like going crazy at the dinner party? Like he was literally saying, "Get out, get out." He had the
Hmm.
straw hat.
Hmm.
He's
Yeah.
in the movie as well, and
Okay.
he's nominated for best supporting actor as well.
Okay.
Did you get the chance to see One Night in Miami?
No.
Well, that's the movie with it's about Muhammad Ali winning the title, and he's hanging out with Malcolm X and Sam Cooke and Jim Brown.
Hmm.
So Sam Cooke was played by Leslie Odom Jr., and he got nominated for best supporting actor as well. So now we got three black actors nominated for best supporting actor.
Hmm.
Um, we got we got one. Okay, yeah, one black actor, Chadwick Boseman, nominated for Best Actor, and then we got two black actresses nominated for Best Actress. So I think yeah, we got yep, that's that. So
Okay.
the highlight of it is that they're really recognizing the work that Black Hollywood has been doing because we've been killing it. And the only snub that like someone that didn't get nominated that should have. Did you see the Five Bloods?
Nope.
No, you got it. You could definitely have to. Everybody has to see the Five Bloods. Is a Spike Lee movie, but the
Okay.
the main character in that, you know who he is. You've seen him in a bunch of stuff. It's the father from Crooklyn.
Okay.
He's the main character in the Five Bloods, and Chadwick Boseman is in that movie as well. He
Okay.
did such an amazing job. Like that's still to me that was like the best performance I've seen from an actor this year. So I thought he should have been nominated, but I think that these companies like Netflix and Amazon and HBO whatever, they have to campaign for their movies to be nominated. So they can't campaign every movie. And I
Right.
think the death of Chadwick Boseman and the fact that Viola Davis is also in the movie was a big, like we're going to push this movie instead because
Okay.
the chances of it being nominated and winning are higher. But that's the only snub because I really think he did a good job. Delroy Lindo. So shout out to him, and you guys should watch The Five Bloods. So that's all I got. You want to tell the public about your COVID vaccination?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So yesterday I received my first vaccine. This is the first of two, and the vaccination that I received was the Moderna vaccine. I will be fully vaccinated in April. April the 16th, I think, is when I go back. So the injection itself did not hurt at all. I mean, I thought, it was going to be like this, I don't know, thick solution that was going to be just shoved in my arm, forcefully. It really felt like I'm just a little mosquito bite.
Mhm.
Um, After you receive, so oh my God, it was so many people there. And it seemed like it was chaotic, but it was well organized. There wasn't a moment where I felt like, what the, you know, heck is this? Um, People just, moved right along. I was happy to see a lot of African American people there, Black people. There were just all kinds of people. So I had already discussed what prompted me to go and get the vaccine was because I work with preschoolers, and they're not only preschoolers, but they're special need preschoolers, and we are in the public school, sector. So it's impossible to stay 6 feet away from these little babies, and you're trying to teach them, and not only teach them, but keep them out of harm's way. And it's just like I said, it's just impossible. So that's what prompted me to go and get the vaccine. So I left work and came back. By the time I got back, I felt a little, like a little headache was coming on, um, but the headache didn't quite come. Later on that night, I just felt really just tired, really fatigued. But it was more like a fatigue, like I had been drinking all day,
Mm-hmm.
or like I had been just, working, just really, really tired. Today, I still feel the same way. The longer I sit, the more I can feel it. But if I'm up and I'm moving and I'm doing things, then I'm fine. But yeah, so they say the second shot is worse than the first.
You got to take the second shot.
Yes.
Oh
You
man.
wasn't paying attention to me. What are you doing on your phone?
You know what I was doing? I was
What?
trying to find a trivia for you. Remember
Oh,
you tested me for if I could find something purple, you could cash at me $10.
yeah.
I finally got some. I got some for you.
Oh God.
All right.
Okay.
So here's the question. Who was the first African American woman to win 5 Grammy Awards in 1 year? Was it the Brat? Was it Foxy Brown? Was it Lauren Hill? Or was it Missy Elliott?
To win a Grammy,
Five
and
Grammy Awards in 1 year.
oh,
You need the
give
options
those.
again?
Yeah.
Okay. Was it the Brat?
And
Was
what
it,
year was this? What year was this?
I can't tell you the year.
Oh.
Was it the Brat? Was it Foxy Brown? Was it Lauren Hill? Or was it Missy Elliott?
So I'm gonna say Foxy Brown because you're giving me all those other young artists. You gave me the Brat, or younger, the Brat. You gave me Lauren Hill. You gave me Missy Elliott. I'm gonna say Foxy Brown. I don't. Well, Foxy Brown acted. But are we talking music? Or are we
Yeah,
talking?
Foxy Brown, not Pam Grier. We're talking about Foxy Brown, the
Uh,
rapper.
oh, well, I think of Pam Grier.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so James, that's not even my era. So if you're talking about Foxy Brown, the
It's
Brat,
the Brat. That's your final answer.
yes.
And what do you mean it's not your?
That's the one closest. The Brat is closest to my era than anybody.
I think all these people are kind of in the same era. The only one that's not really is Missy Elliott. But the
Yeah,
correct
Miss.
Miss Elliott is more towards my era than yours. Like
Yeah, but
like growing up as like you were an adult in the 90s, like I was born, you know what I mean? You were a young parent in the 90s, and those people were popular
yeah.
during that time. And I would think you would get this because
Well,
Lauren
I
Hill,
was all into the church
yeah.
back when you was born, when
Lo-
you was,
yeah, but I mean
go ahead.
I still heard this song on the radio when we was in the car. Lauren Hill. Lauren
Yeah,
Hill won 5 Grammys in 1 year. I think she's probably the only one on this list to win a Grammy. I thought you would get that.
I don't.
Because
Yeah.
What the Miss Education Lauren Hill was like the biggest album that year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah.
But I don't keep up with all that stuff, the Grammys and the Oscars and the. I'm not a big.
Yeah. I
I
just
just
thought
watch a little TV, when I feel like it. And
I thought you get that one. But all right, I just gotta keep coming up with creative ways to, give you $10. So
yeah, I don't get that $10.
yeah,
But don't be making it easy either. I
yeah,
mean,
I figured this would be good enough, you know what I mean? So
oh yeah, well, it was hard. I didn't get it. The goal is for you not to get the $10.
yeah. No, but
Right?
I gotta keep coming up with different ways because I can't unless you want to do another trivia next time. But I gotta keep figuring something out. So
Yeah.
yeah, but I thought I'd
Mhm.
catch you off guard like you caught me off guard because I honestly that was probably the only thing that was purple in my house, and I just
Wow.
happened to look in the corner of my eye and see. I'm like, there we are,
All right, so I got the grandbabies. Let me get one of the grandbabies.
the grandbabies.
Yeah.
What to show them off?
Yes.
Yeah, all
Why
right, go.
not?
Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
It's
Go
gonna
ahead.
be a surprise.
Which one?
Yeah.
Okay. It's Do. I was guessing it. I should have guessed it was gonna be Do. I should have guessed. Hey, Do.
Who's that? Say it again. I don't think she heard you.
Hey, Do.
Huh?
Hi.
Look. Who was that?
Hi, Do. Uncle. Hi, Do. You being good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why you laugh? Why you laugh like you wasn't being good? What you eat today?
Mm,
What you
I
eat?
don't.
Hot dog? Was it good?
Mm-hmm.
Can I have some?
Yes.
Yeah, you want to give me some?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm gonna give you. Did she be eating party cake?
Yeah. She loves
Yeah.
party cake ice cream.
Okay. Yeah. So when I come back, I'm gonna get you some party cake. If you're good, you better be a good girl.
Yes.
Hmm.
Huh?
You gonna be a good girl?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Give me a kiss. Did she do it? She was like,
She did it.
she did. Yeah. So Do is the third youngest. So I was saying while you was going, I was guessing that it was gonna be Asia, but I should have guessed it was gonna be Do. I was explaining to
Yeah.
them. Yeah. So Do is the third child. So yeah,
It's the third
the third
grandbaby.
grandbaby.
I'm going to
Hmm? What's your,
Huh?
what's your what's your name? What's your name?
um do.
Do.
It's not me. It's not do. It's do girl.
Do girl. Who's your favorite uncle?
Right here.
Wait a minute. Okay, here comes another one. Hold on.
Is Asia. Oh, hey Tootie.
Can't hear.
Hey Tootie.
Hi.
What you doing?
I'm out here.
Out here what? You riding your bike?
Oh, she had it in the
Oh,
wrong way.
okay. What you doing?
You sitting on Granny's lap? Yeah, no.
What she's currently doing. That's funny. That's funny.
Why
What
you
you eat?
won't look at James? Look at James.
It's too sunny.
Oh, it's too sunny. See, the
It's too
sun is
sunny.
killing
It's too
us.
sunny. You're not riding your bike? Don't you got a bike?
I was riding my bike.
Oh, you was?
Mm-hmm.
You got the trailing wheels off? You know how to ride two wheel?
I don't have my training wheels no more.
Oh, okay. When you get them off? How old were you when you got it off?
I think 6.
Oh, I was 6'2" when I got mine off, but I was like one of the last people to get it off. I think everyone else had theirs off when there was like 3. So I was a late bloomer. All right. Well, I love you, Tootie.
I love you too.
Miss you.
I miss you too.
All right.
Okay.
So we're just gonna end. Come on. We're gonna end the show.
Yeah. We can end it.
Sorry.
This is going to be a blast editing.
Yeah.
Well, all right, guys. That is the end of the show. We appreciate you guys for yeah. So
Oh, now you got a lot to
she
say.
got a lot to say now. That's oh man.
Okay. You make sure you get all that.
Yeah, I think we should just let her end the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You want
All
to tell everybody? Want to tell everybody bye?
Bye.
Say bye.
Bye.
Say hi.
Hi.
Say I'm Do Girl.
Hi, Bye.
All right. We should just end it. We should just end the show like that. But thanks for tuning in, guys. This is like I said, a family show. That won't be the last you'll see of Do. You'll be seeing a lot of Do. But yeah, that's
I do.
a peek into what's going on at home in Jersey. I miss my family, of course, but I'm glad we're able to do this show and spend some time together each and every week. So, like I said, you can watch this on YouTube. I'm probably gonna put this on Facebook, and you can listen on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So, till next time, guys. Toodles.
Bye. Be safe, everybody.
Be safe. I love you, Mom. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, baby. Love you too. I'll talk to you.
All right.
Period.